Yep, it's a sucker, and I'll get to this in a second. But if you're interested in financing your real estate deals with creativity, meaning using more of your mind and less of your money, then you're in the right place. And I give away free stuff here on the channel all the time. I mean, good stuff, not suckers, just for creative real estate investors that want to escape the rat race. And just the other day, I got an email from a subscriber that took me up on one of my free offers. And it read, "I resent being played for a sucker." And then it quickly backfired. And his pain is your gain, giving you a couple of new creative financing ideas for your next real estate investment. And they're oldies but goodies that no one else is talking about. And I'll show you. Let's go. Hi, I'm Matt Theriault, CEO of Epic Real Estate, where we show people how to invest in real estate, all in the interest of escaping the daily grind and retiring early. And most people, they get stopped from investing in real estate because they think they need a bunch of money to get in. And I tell them, you don't have a money problem, you got an idea problem. That's why they call it creative real estate investing. It means using ideas in place of money. And we refer to these creative ideas as terms. Terms like equity sharing, options, lease options, agreement for deeds, seller carryback, subject to, wraps, and so much more. And you'll see links in the description below for the entire series on these terms. But right now, let's look at this email real quickly and see what this person is so upset about. Here, it reads, "Mr. Theriault, I don't know what this bypass the bank blueprint is, as I have received nothing. But if it is anything like the not free 21 creative financing terms, which is just a definition of common terms used in many real estate transactions, creative or not, it isn't worth 20 cents, let alone $20. You can find them in any financial dictionary. I resent being played for a sucker. Please refund my money. Thank you." Now, I was taken back a bit, as this is a rare occasion for me to receive something like this. So I replied to his email with an apology because it seems as if he had missed an important email. So I saw to it that he got that email right away with the information that he paid for, and I refunded his money right away. You know, the second portion of his email regarding the not free, which I didn't quite understand, as it is 100% free. It's a list of 21 creative financing terms that he said he could find in any financial dictionary, of which is very true. But to complain about it, it's kind of like, you know, when the repairman comes to the house to fix your TV and he pulls a screw out of his toolbox and he screws it in the back of the TV and he's done in less than 60 seconds. TV, it's all fixed. And then he hands you a bill for $100. And then you get mad because you could have driven to Home Depot and bought that same screw for 50 cents and fixed the TV yourself. Well, here's the issue. It's not the screw you're being asked to pay for. It's knowing which screw to use and where to put it that you're being asked to pay for. You see, this list of creative financing terms is just like that. It's just a bunch of screws that you could easily find on aisle 13 at Home Depot. But if you don't know which ones to buy or what to do with them, what good does that Home Depot convenience do you? For example, you take a simple everyday screw, term, like price. It's the amount of money expected, required, or given in payment for something. It's a simple everyday term that everybody knows, and because they do, the term doesn't seem to have any real value. But it's critical to your creative financing success. It's critical because it's the only thing that the seller wants. It's the only thing that they understand. Price is the seller's love language. It's like this. You'll come to learn that as long as you give the seller their price, they'll be more receptive to your terms. So always start your seller negotiations with price. And if you end up having to surrender the price and you take control of the terms, you can always make a deal for yourself that way. That's how you want to buy real estate, in one of two ways: by either the seller's price in your terms or your price in the seller's terms. Get control of just one, the price or the terms, and you can always put something together. So the seller almost always opts for the price. So you want to get very comfortable with all of the terms that you have available to you. because you'll be using them a lot. Here's what I mean. Let's use another really simple everyday term like payment. You know, it's my favorite term, by the way. The trade of value from one party to another to fulfill a legal obligation. And my subscriber was right. You can find that definition in any financial dictionary, but don't dismiss its value because of its simplicity and ease to find. It's like this. You can make a single payment for the seller's price, or you can make 10 payments for the seller's price, or you can make 360 payments for the seller's price, or more. You see, if you were to borrow money from the bank to pay the seller their price, you'd most commonly make 360 monthly payments to the bank to pay back the loan. Well, what if you borrowed the money from the seller? Couldn't you make those same types of payments to them? Yeah, of course you could. Leveraging other people's money like this is what makes investing in real estate the biggest wealth creator for the average person that it is. And it doesn't make a difference if you're leveraging a bank's money or the seller's. To you, a payment is a payment. So I went into detail here on how to use debt like this to build wealth. For this right here, right now though, the next time you reach an impasse with a seller over price, try this. Mr. Seller, the market might allow me to give you your price if I could give you some money now and the rest later. So how much do you need right now? Then shut up, be quiet, and wait for the answer. And when they give you their number, follow up with, would it be okay if I paid the balance in 360 equal monthly payments? Shut up, be quiet, and wait for the answer. Now they will agree or not. And if not, then just negotiate the terms to a number of payments that they do agree with. And then you have successfully leveraged the seller's money without the need for your credit score or without jumping through a bunch of hoops for a bank. And because you're not confined by a bank, you could modify those payments by making them interest-only payments, or principal-only payments, or escalating payments, or balloon payments, maybe deferred payments, adjustable payments, split down payments, contingent payments, profit-sharing payments, or lease payments. Regarding that email I received, that one-term payment, it's not worth 20 cents. He's right. It's worth millions.
Yeah, but Matt, what about this and what about that?
I know, I got it. I understand. That was a big leap to go from price to all of those different payment terms. Well, I cover all of the ifs, ands, or buts in this video right here about seller financing. The point I'm making right now is how powerful a simple word like payments can be if you know when, where, and how to use it. Just like that TV repairman's 50-cent screw that you can find at any Home Depot. Aisle 13, by the way. So here's another one of these simple terms on this list that can make you millions, and that's the word credit. The provision of money, goods, or services with the expectation of future payment. A simple definition found in any financial dictionary. And here's my favorite way to use it. Remember, the seller will be more receptive to your creative terms as long as you don't mess with their price. So let's say you've just completed your due diligence on a property that you want to buy. But during your physical inspection, you discovered that the roof needs to be replaced. Or during your title search, you discovered an outstanding tax lien. Or maybe the inspector's report reveals a major pipe in the plumbing that needs to be repaired. Rather than going back to the seller to negotiate a lower price, share your supporting documentation with the seller, blame it all on the documentation, and instead of asking for a price reduction, say something like this. Mr. Seller, based on this newly found liability in the inspector's report, or this cloud on title in the title report, if I agree to close at our agreed upon price, would you agree to issue me a roof credit at close, or a tax lien credit at close, or a maintenance credit at close, or a deferred credit against the payments? Instead of asking for a reduction in the seller's price, ask for a credit. It's an easier request and is routinely met with less resistance. A credit is an easier pill for the seller to swallow than is a price reduction.
Yeah, Matt, what about this and what about that?
I know, I understand. It leaves you with a lot of questions, and I cover all of the ifs, ands, or buts in this video right here on how to negotiate a real estate deal using price and terms. The point I'm making again is how powerful a simple word like credit can be if you know when, where, and how to use it. Just like that TV repairman's 50-cent screw. That's right, aisle 13. And by the way, if you'd like to download this list of these creative terms that you too could very easily go look up all of them yourself, you can at epicbreakthrough.com. Oh, and I'll even give you 10 different examples of how to use them in combination with each other too. But if you don't want to run the risk of being played for a sucker, look in the description below and watch all of the creative financing lessons in the series right here on YouTube without having to download anything. I organized them all for you in an easy to watch sequence. Just click the show more button below and you'll see them all right there, easy to access. Oh, and speaking of the angry subscriber, here's what happened next. After refunding his $20 and still giving him the bank bypass blueprint, I received an email a few minutes later with "Thank you for voiding the transaction." Then 6 minutes later after that, I received another email with my apologies.
Another satisfied customer.
If you found this video valuable, who else do you know that might also? When that person's name comes to mind, please share it with them. Oh, and if you're already subscribed to the channel, I went ahead and I pulled this video out for you to watch next. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.